and I'll be back for that. But this morning, I just wanted to welcome you. I know we have people from all over. If you're from outside of Arkansas, would you raise your hand? Don't call your football team's, chant or anything, but raise your hand. I know we got some people from Arizona I'm meeting with later. How about out of the country? Well, we got to advertise in Europe next time. Anyway, thank y'all for being here, and it is my honor to introduce our governor. She, immediately upon taking office, named a working group to come up with recommendations on this issue of human trafficking, and those have now been disseminated, made public, and we're going to do everything in our power to help implement those. I was honored that she allowed some of our staff who know a lot about this area, our law enforcement staff in particular, to be a part of that discussion. And I think it's very productive, some of the recommendations that have come out of that. But she made this a priority early on, and so I invited Governor Sanders to come and say a few words before we jump in to the substance of the day. So if you will, help me welcome Governor Sanders, Sarah Sanders. Thank you, Governor, for being here.
Good morning. Nothing like having to follow Tim on a Monday morning when he's had too much coffee already. So it is wonderful to be here and to welcome our Attorney General's inaugural 2023 Human Trafficking Summit. Tim, thank you so much for the honor of opening this year's summit. We both agree that human trafficking is a huge issue, not just here in Arkansas, but around the country. And I can't think of a better way to bring together all of the experts and the greatest minds on this topic to tackle this issue. I like to say that Tim is our state's bulldog, and no, that's not a shout out to any Georgia fans out there. Tim was our bulldog in Congress, he was our bulldog in the Lieutenant Governor's office, and now he is our bulldog Attorney General. And that's important because if we are going to tackle this difficult issue, we need a bulldog. Arkansas sits right at the heart of America, which gives us the amazing opportunity to be directly at the center of both transportation and trucking. Sadly, that also means that our state is right at the transit point for human traffickers, some of the worst people anywhere in the world. Years ago, there wasn't even a protocol to spot human trafficking victims, let alone help them and identify help for them. However, a lot has changed since then. Thanks to some of the amazing advocates, industry representatives, and law enforcement that are in this room today, we are making big changes. Just this past month, Arkansas State Police led an operation that detained 10 suspected human traffickers and helped their victims, both women and children, get the assistance that they need. But we can do even better. That's why at the start of my administration, I signed an executive order and formed a working group focused specifically on this issue. We brought together experts from inside and outside of government. And just last week, I received and released a list of recommendations to help solve this problem. Those include setting up a state police hub to combat human trafficking through centralized reporting and clearly defined protocols, and a screening tool for private citizens and public officials to use to evaluate possible victims. I'm ready to get to work and put these recommendations into place. We've secured a federal grant, and Secretaries Hager and Putnam are putting their departments quickly to work. But government is only part of the solution. We can roll out all the tools and all the resources possible, but without the help of everyday Arkansans, we will never end human trafficking in our state. That's why this conference and each one of you in the room here today are so incredibly important. Yes, it's an opportunity to meet fellow experts. Yes, it's a chance just to learn about the problem that we face with human trafficking right here in Arkansas. But it also raises awareness about an issue that I fear, frankly, far too many Arkansans know nothing about. And it's going to inspire everyone here today to get back out into our state with renewed passion to fight this heinous crime. So thank you, Tim, not just for the work that you're doing in your official role, but for bringing this incredible group together and focusing on this critical issue and dedicating yourself and this conference for bringing human trafficking victims into light. I know that together we can prosecute the criminals, we can save the victims, and we can work together to finally end human trafficking here in Arkansas. Thank you so much for the work that you do, and thank you for being part of this incredible and important event here today. Thank you, and God bless.